it was after about my third child, I started having more bowel accidents, and just didn't have the control that I had before. And it was kind of slight and here and there, and then it just went from kind of a 3 to a 10 of just no control at all, no warning, no, I had no idea, and I would just lose control. That's when I started making some appointments and seeing doctors and having all these tests run, and no one could really tell me what was going on except that I did not have control over my bowels, and that muscle seemed to not be working. Life was pretty unpredictable. From not just being able to freely go out and do things that I wanted to do and be around other people, and running became a lot more difficult, and I had a plan. Everything had to be really, really well planned out for me. So just knowing where bathrooms were at, started running more in the woods because I was afraid and embarrassed, and life was just hard, really hard. I started having the symptoms, and it gradually became worse. That's when I decided to finally see my doctor about my bowel control and lack thereof. So once my doctor ran some preliminary tests, then she referred me to a specialist. And that's when I went to Minnesota Gastro, and they ran their own tests, colonoscopies, and different things to find out why I was not having this bowel control and having these accidents. And once they ran me through the tests pretty much right away, everything that they could, and to rule out everything, that is when my doctor then said, your bowel, the reason you're having these problems is that the muscle that controls that is not working. It just, for some reason, isn't working anymore. And he thought I'd be a really good candidate for this InterStim therapy. They first put me in a test phase. That is a 2-week period where I had the device on the outside of my body, and I instantly came out of surgery and it worked. I was just ready to have that implanted immediately. When I was in the test phase, the whole point of that was to make sure that it was working and in the right way and the right spot, and giving me the control that I needed to resume life again normally. And that just was pretty much right away for me because it worked. And if I had bowel control, then yay, that was the point. So for me, it was never really a big decision. Am I going to implant this device in my body? My husband and I were just so thrilled, and I wanted to move that date up. Can I please get this done right now? And through the process, I was keeping in touch with my doctor and with the nurse and with Medtronic. And so we just scheduled as soon as we could to get the actual device implanted. So when I came out of surgery, having the device implanted, the Medtronic representative was there again, and my nurse, and they handed me a handheld programmer. Before the InterStim therapy, I stopped going out with friends, I stopped doing activities, I stopped really doing everything that I enjoyed because life was just too unpredictable. But after the InterStim therapy, I slowly started back doing things that I really enjoyed, like running, being out with my friends, performing again, starting to sing again, and do things that really brought me such a joy. To do that again and to do it successfully and without having accidents and things was just, I felt like I was a totally different person. And then just all the activities that I would do with my children, and being able to leave my house again and not always worrying about where the nearest restroom was, and just gaining back my life.